I'm Becca, Watershed Coordinator for the Curry's Fork Watershed, and on this beautiful December afternoon I am standing in one of my favorite landscape types, and that is a wetland. Wetlands are these amazing ecosystems that help to clean our water, clean our air, and provide essential habitat for wildlife and aquatic life. So I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you further about what makes these ecosystems so amazing. So scientifically speaking, what makes a wetland is the hydrology, the plants, and the soils. So hydrology is really the biggest part here. Being a wetland, they're gonna be wet at least part of the year. And what this does to help water quality is when water has time to slow down in these spaces, it can infiltrate into the groundwater, so we have more on-site infiltration. That's a big thing we talk about when we talk about reducing our stormwater runoff. It also has the ability to help clean the water. So any excess nutrients from fertilizers or excess pollution, such as from road salts and oils, and anything out there that's coming into these spaces after a rainfall, when all that runoff washes over the land, ends up here, it's able to be filtered out. It gets pulled out by the soil and those plant roots, and then that water, as it's leaving the space, it's leaving it slower, which helps reduce erosion, and it's also leaving it cleaner. Thinking about the plants of our wetlands, we're gonna find plants here that either all of the time, or at least some of the time, need to have roots in some type of wet soil. So we're finding cattails, we're finding swamp hibiscus, there's asters and goldenrods. So some of them that do better in wetter areas, and some of them that really can be happy in both wet areas and elsewhere. We also see a lot of sedges, and a big one is Phragmites, which I'm not seeing a whole lot here, but just pointing that out because Phragmites is one of those plants, once you see it, you kind of see it everywhere, and that's an invasive one. So just looking at this space, I'm not seeing a whole lot that I don't want to see, and I'm seeing a whole lot that I do want to see, and that's really excellent, providing more diversity to help our wildlife and help this ecosystem just have a better overall integrity. The third piece that I'll quickly go over here is our soils. So I dug a hole here and it's already filled in quite a bit. So the groundwater table, it's that point in the ground where the water is, where we find water. So groundwater is going to be really close to the surface in a wetland. And one way, if we don't have standing water on top of the ground, to determine if a space is a wetland is to dig a hole and see what that soil looks like. So just to give you a sense, this soil is going to be really mucky. It's really fun to play with for adults and kids alike, but it's going to be super sticky, and it's also going to show signs that there's been standing water here. And there's some fun ways to look at that and figure it out. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna stop there, and I hope to talk more about wetlands with you another time.